Hello, welcome back to Between the Keys. This is a video about a MIDI keyboard and a digital piano. Two things that can do the same task, but aren't the same thing. This is my digital piano that I use daily. It's a Roland FP-30X. I've done some videos about it already, and I'll link the review that I did below in links in the description. This is the main piano sound on it. And here's the Rhodes sound, which I like a lot. Hard to play whilst looking through the screen there. Anyway, that's my digital piano. It's fantastic. Not too heavy. I've used it on stage, a lot of jazz gigs, and it sits there in the corner. Over here with my MIDI keyboard, this is an Impact LX61 from a brand called Nektar. You may have heard of it, you may have not. I've got it on the drum kit there because I've just filmed, I should say recorded. I've just recorded some music. I'm working on a new groove. Just recorded this. Just a bit of a jam in G blues with the Rhodes sound. Yeah. And now I need to put some drums to it. So they're different things. I could use my Roland as a MIDI keyboard. It is perfectly capable. But I've got this as well. Better for synth stuff, and it stays on the desk. To be honest, it hasn't had much use because I haven't been composing much in the last 2 years. I've had both of these 2 years. And now that I'm getting into music production and composing again, I'm now using this one. But yeah, if you want something to just make music on a computer, you might just want to spend a few hundred and get something like this Nektar LX. But if you actually want something to use on stage and something that has sounds already in the piano, like that one, then you should get a digital piano. They are different. This one was about £500 roughly. This was only about 200. The keys on this are very plasticky, although you can also do drum stuff with the drum pads. Yeah, but there's no sounds in it. There are sounds in that, but there isn't in that. For that, you need the PC, you see? So if you're struggling to decide, which is the point of this video, if you're struggling to decide between a Nektar Impact LX61 Plus, which is the MIDI keyboard I have, a MIDI keyboard versus a digital piano, then just give it some thought. Do I want sounds in the thing? And do I want to perform on stage? Do I want proper weighted keys, like this has? Am I going to be playing classical music and jazz and stuff like that? Or am I just getting a piano, or a keyboard rather, for music production and composition? If you're just going to make some music with a PC, this is all you need. You need a little MIDI keyboard. But the keys are very plasticky and not weighted. Not as fun to use. I want to get that Rhodes sound back. Give me 1 second. I just need to click here and then here, I think. Input none. Okay, now it should be back to the Rhodes sound. So here we can compare. Look, I'm using Analog Lab 5 on here, or whatever it's called, Analog Labs, yeah. With my old MIDI keyboard, which was a different brand, I got Analog Lab with it, so I got it for free. quite a reverby sound and quite distorted on there. But that's what I was using. On here, I usually have it quite dry. Don't normally have too much reverb. And it's a better sound in general. I could record that directly out with those two cables there, going into my Focusrite over here, which is my interface. And I could record this as a line-in instrument with the line in, you know, with the jacks coming out, two jacks, left and right, stereo sound. And that's going into the computer as well. So I could add that in as a source. This is Reaper, by the way. Not free, but cheap and free to use for like 60 days. So I'm just trying out Reaper. There are other DAW programs, DAW programs you could use, such as on Windows. I should probably go with Ableton. I used to use that. And I've got Logic on the MacBook as well. But I'm not using my MacBook anymore. Not really. Anyway, you could set that up, and you could also use that, as I said before, as a MIDI keyboard. But you can't use this as a live performance instrument unless you bring a computer, and then you're going to be running all your sounds on the PC or on the laptop. So yeah, just a quick video really to help you maybe make a choice between MIDI keyboard, digital piano. These normally cost a bit more, but you can find some cheap ones. I've basically stuck with Nord, and then I had a Korg SV1, which is similar to this one, and now I've got this Roland FP-30X. There'll be links in the description to buy this one, and if I can find this one on Amazon, I'll put the link to this as well. This is a good MIDI keyboard. I haven't done a review of it, but it is pretty easy to set up, kind of plug and play. This one, also really good. And yeah, like and subscribe if you enjoyed this one. And let me know if you got any comments below. Cheers.